Imagine a time before time. A time when the universe was a vast dark expanse, seemingly infinite and devoid of life. A vast dark expanse of space, cold and empty. It was a canvas of nothingness, a silent void stretching out in all directions. A canvas of nothingness, speckled with the faintest glimmer of distant stars. These stars, though few and far between, were the only beacons in this dark sea. This was the state of our cosmic neighborhood billions of years ago, long before our sun ignited and bathed our corner of the universe in light and warmth. It was a time when the universe was still young, and the forces that would shape our solar system were just beginning to stir. But even in this apparent void, the seeds of our solar system were being sown. Invisible to the naked eye, the building blocks of planets and stars were already present, waiting for the right conditions to come together. Clouds of gas and dust, remnants of dead and dying stars, drifted through the cosmos. These clouds were the ashes of ancient celestial bodies, scattered across the universe by powerful supernova explosions. These clouds, vast and diffuse, held within them the basic ingredients of planets, moons, and stars: hydrogen, helium, and a sprinkle of heavier elements forged in the hearts of ancient stars. These elements, though simple, were the building blocks of everything we see today. Over eons, these clouds collided and coalesced, drawn together by their own subtle gravity. This process was slow and gradual, taking millions of years to unfold. As these clouds contracted, they began to spin, slowly at first, then faster and faster. This spinning motion caused the clouds to flatten into a disk, with the densest material at the center. This swirling vortex of gas and dust, a stellar nursery in the making, was the birthplace of our sun and its planetary system. Within this disk, clumps of material began to form, eventually growing into the planets, moons, and other bodies that make up our solar system. This period of quiet gestation, however, wouldn't last forever. The forces at work within the disk were building towards a dramatic climax. The relative peace of the early solar system was about to be shattered, giving way to an era of chaos and creation. Collisions and mergers would shape the young planets, while the sun's powerful radiation would blow away the remaining gas and dust, leaving behind the familiar solar system we know today. As the cloud of gas and dust at the heart of our nascent solar system continued to collapse, it spun faster, transforming into a whirling disk. This disk, known as the protoplanetary disk, was a chaotic and dynamic environment, teeming with potential and energy. The forces at play were immense, with gravity pulling the material inward, while centrifugal forces tried to fling it outward. At the center of this maelstrom, the sun ignited, flooding its surroundings with light and energy. This ignition was a monumental event, a stellar birth that would set the stage for the formation of planets, moons, and other celestial bodies. The sun's radiant energy began to influence the entire disk, heating it up and causing chemical reactions that would be crucial for the development of life. This marked the end of the quietude and the beginning of a more dramatic chapter. The once serene cloud had now become a bustling nursery of stars and planets, each vying for its place in the cosmos. The energy from the young sun created shockwaves that rippled through the disk, stirring up the material and causing it to coalesce into larger structures. The newborn sun's heat pushed lighter elements like hydrogen and helium away from its fiery embrace. These lighter elements were carried to the outer regions of the disk by powerful solar winds, creating a gradient of material that would influence the types of planets that formed in different regions. Heavier elements, forged in the nuclear furnaces of long-dead stars, remained closer in. These elements, such as iron, nickel, and silicon, began to stick together, forming the building blocks of rocky planets. The inner regions of the disk became a crucible where these heavy elements could combine and grow. Over millions of years, these elements began to clump together, forming larger and larger bodies. These bodies, known as planetesimals, were the seeds from which planets would eventually grow. Through a process of accretion, these planetesimals collided and merged, gradually building up to form protoplanets. These weren't the planets we know today, not yet. They were still in the early stages of their development, undergoing constant change and transformation. The young solar system was a place of intense activity, with countless collisions and interactions shaping the future planets. These were protoplanets, massive molten spheres still in their infancy. Their surfaces were covered in oceans of magma, and their atmospheres were thick with volcanic gases. These protoplanets were the precursors to the terrestrial planets we see today, like Earth, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. They were scattered throughout the young solar system, locked in their own gravitational dance around the newborn sun. This dance was a complex ballet of attraction and repulsion, with each protoplanet influencing the others through their gravitational pull. These titans, some larger than Jupiter, roamed the solar system like cosmic bullies. Their immense gravity could disrupt the orbits of smaller bodies, leading to chaotic interactions and collisions. These giant protoplanets played a crucial role in shaping the architecture of the solar system. Their paths crossed and intersected, leading to a period of intense bombardment that would shape the destiny of our solar system. This era, known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, saw countless impacts that would leave their mark on the surfaces of planets and moons, creating craters and basins that we can still see today. The early solar system was a chaotic and violent place. The protoplanets, driven by their immense gravity, drew in surrounding gas, dust, and smaller planetesimals, growing larger and larger with each capture. Their orbits around the Sun, however, were far from stable. Gravitational interactions between these massive bodies flung some outward, banishing them to the cold depths of the outer solar system. Others were pulled inward, spiraling closer to the searing heat of the young sun. Collisions were inevitable. These weren't mere fender benders, but colossal impacts that unleashed unimaginable amounts of energy. Protoplanets slammed into each other with the force of millions of exploding stars, shattering into fragments, vaporizing rock and melting metal. These collisions were more than just destructive events. They were the creative forces that would sculpt the solar system we know and love today. Out of this chaos, a new order would emerge. One collision in particular stands out in the story of our solar system. It was an event of such magnitude that it would forever alter the course of planetary evolution. A cataclysmic impact so powerful, so profoundly transformative, that it left an indelible mark on the very fabric of our cosmic neighborhood. This was not just any collision. It was a cosmic event that would shape the destiny of our planet. This was the day a Mars-sized protoplanet, often called Theia, slammed into the young Earth. Theia, a wandering celestial body, had been on a collision course with Earth for eons. The force of the impact was unimaginable. The sheer energy released in this collision was equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs detonating simultaneously. Theia, traveling at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour, collided with Earth in a fiery embrace. The speed and intensity of this collision were beyond comprehension. The energy released vaporized vast swaths of both planets, sending molten rock and superheated gas spewing out into space. The aftermath was a chaotic dance of debris and fire. The impact wasn't a head-on collision, but a glancing blow. This oblique collision had unique consequences for both celestial bodies involved. This imparted a tremendous amount of spin to the molten Earth, forever shaping its rotation and creating our planet's day-night cycle. The Earth's tilt and the length of our days were forever changed. But the consequences of this ancient impact extended far beyond Earth's rotation. The collision set the stage for the formation of a new celestial body. From the debris field of this cosmic collision, a new celestial body would arise. This debris coalesced over time, eventually forming the Moon, our constant companion in the night sky. The Moon, born from the remnants of this cataclysmic event, would go on to play a crucial role in stabilizing Earth's axial tilt, influencing tides, and becoming a beacon of inspiration for humanity. The day the heavens trembled was not just a moment of destruction, but also a moment of creation, giving rise to the celestial dance that continues to this day.